house here tonight. Wolves looking to claw their way back up the league. Fourth at the moment with a 5-2 record coming in, but the tough season continues for Charnwood Riders. It's a 1-7 record for them coming into tonight's game. I'm joined as ever to pick the bones out of this one by my good friend Reese Williams. Reese, let's talk this one up. This could be quite an interesting game, right?
Absolutely, yeah. You look at both these sides coming into it. They are coming off, both coming off losses, so they've both got points to prove. So they're going to be wanting to make sure that they start this game off hot. They're going to want to make sure that they're starting fast and furious coming out of the blocks.
Well, it's going to be an interesting matchup tonight. We know that Charnwood, not short of talent. It's one of the teams that are part of the Leicester Riders organisation. So lots of stuff in the locker for them, for sure. But it's been a tough run in, isn't it? 1-7. That's a tough place to be, even at this stage of the season. Yeah,
of course. I mean, they've shown a lot of bright sparks. Their last game, maybe not one of them, falling to the Bristol Hurricanes, 92-67. So not the most flattering result, but there's been pockets of greatness within this team, and they can definitely be a flash in the pan, that's for sure, and they can show those elements of surprise. So they'll want to come in here with an absolutely jam-packed University of Worcester Arena tonight, and they're going to want to make sure that these fans are going home a bit unhappy.
Well, quick run down the rosters tonight. It's Sante, Matei Beltiano, Davudi McGregor and Vivero Rodriguez starting tonight for Wolves, with Damon Turner, Calabas, Longman, Solverson, Cunningham, Pitterson and Ferreira coming off the bench. Lane Campbell, Edward, Onya, Dan Hadley, Lamarana, Diallo and Ben Woog starting tonight for the Riders. Oscar Curran, Isaiah Alexander-Price, Caden Ross, Josh Clark, Lucas Masaitis, Lewis Gleason and Callum Vinales coming off the bench tonight for the Riders. Final preparations just being made. Both coaches getting their players in the zone and ready to go. What's your game plan coming into this one if you're Dean Blake?
So if you're Dean Blake, you want to make sure you're pressing the defence. You're coming against the worst defensive team in the league with a points against score of 753. They're not the greatest in terms of defence. You got to make sure you're picking pockets in those weak areas. And you just got to be tough on defence. One of the weaker teams on offence as well, with only a point score of 588, sitting in 10th place. This team might be low on confidence a little bit coming after their last game as well. So just make sure that your confidence isn't lacking as well after the last loss to the Birmingham Rockets.
And it's been a characteristic, hasn't it, of Wolves this year, as those fast starts coming out, get the first punches in.
Yeah, you've got to make sure you're starting off. You got to make sure you're starting really fast, and that's something that the experience within this Wolves team, Matthias Barton and Lucas McGregor, Wilfred Sante as well, that they bring within this team. They are going to look, and especially Coach Dean Blake, he's been sitting aside, across and at the side of so many amazing coaches throughout his tenure, and has learned from the very best.
Well, as Riders took the opening tip here, referees blown up. Well, he hasn't literally blown up, of course. He hasn't detonated on the side of the court or anything like that. But one of the shot clocks not going, so just trying to, the scourge of basketball, the shot clock is now working. Hooray, there you go.
Hooray for technology.
So, absolutely, back underway. They've plugged it back in, switch it on, switch it off, switch it on again.
That's what I always say. That's always best.
The sum of my technical ability. So it's Riders, the first offence of this game. Hadley's trying to muscle his way baseline. Hadley up high off the window. Can't hold on to it. Wolves Sante now for Wolves. The opening offence of the game. Rodriguez just holding up behind the arc.
Great defensive display there.
Campbell, Hadley in the corner for three. That's the start that Charnwood were looking for.
Yeah, that NBA Jam special corner three. Nailed down by Hadley. Can't leave him wide open like that. He's going to be a dangerous player in this one.
Marciano. He's backing down, the little trademark hook kissed off the window.
Yeah, the sky hook that he does oh so well. Off the glass for 2.
Campbell, yeah, Luke. Yeah, I should say spotted up in the corner. Oh, it's 2 triples.
And off the dribble for Hadley. Swish finds the bottom of the net.
4-point ball game. Great start from Riders for sure. McGregor just dancing his way through the defense. Great defense. Campbell once again just ships it down. Anya can't finish.
Tough defense there, forcing the mistake.
Marciano steps out of bounds, so
that was a good defensive display and possession there from the Riders. Ben Woog especially, that huge presence in the paint, stopping McGregor.
So a pushing foul was called. Rodriguez hits the triple in response for Worcester.
And that deep 2 is such a tough shot to guard.
Edward Ania is foul. It's going to be on the floor. Line ball. So Callum. Dan Hadley with the inbounds ball. Finds Campbell. Campbell maybe benefited from an extra step there, but he got away with it. Good work from the Riders so far. Hadley once again. Goes right, goes left, and draws the contact.
Great footwork there by Hadley there. He's been a real fast start for this Riders team that are in need of some momentum here. So a fantastic and promising start from the young man.
So Hadley once again. Goes to Edward Ania.
Looking to get a shot off here.
Hadley once again.
Travel call.
Yeah. So 2-point ball game. Travelled with it.
Travel indeed, pushing through the defence. Maybe took one too many steps, and the referee calls it.
McGregor goes to the Voodie, back to McGregor. Rodriguez, oh, great defense.
Anya with some athleticism there. Great block.
Hadley in the corner. Oh, he's hit 3 from downtown.
Somebody stop this man. Get a fire extinguisher. His hand is on fire.
Dan Hadley, the 3-point specialist. Dean Blake not happy with something.
He don't miss. He doesn't miss. He's feeling all sorts of confidence right now. And he just can't be stopped.
On the line, 5-point game. Can't make the bonus.
You make the hard shots, but can't make the easy ones when they count.
Fouled on the triple. McGregor to the Voodie, inside to Balciano, and it's just picked off by Ania. Edward Ania goes to ship it down, stripped away by the Voodie. Didn't have the passing lane to get to Balciano. Rodriguez just holds up. And Balciano with a screen offensive foul. And Campbell just dropping the shoulder. But Caden Ross, second foul of the game.
Wolves are picking up those team fouls pretty early on. 4.
Another triple doesn't go, and Ryder's not frightened of taking that outside shot.
No, it looks like it's been something they've been working on. Maybe a weakness that the Riders have poked in the defence of the Wolves. Coach Chamberlain may be looking at some tape and thinking, these guys don't get out to the shots from deep very well. Let's punish them where they lack in those defensive rotations.
So vastly experienced Lucas McGregor.
Want to hit plenty of long-range shots.
McGregor dancing around in the corner. Great defensive work, but he finds a way through and off the window for two.
Something that McGregor does so well. Finding those shots, whether it's him or his teammates.
So Baltiano is carrying 2 fouls now. Is Dean Blake going to rotate here? Great defense as well to the other end. No good, gets his own rebound.
Kick ball.
Yeah, Caden Ross on the floor.
Substitution time.
Subs, Davudi checks out of the game. Longman.
Longman, much needed burst of energy maybe.
2 deep benches here tonight.
Oh, absolutely.
Longman with his first touch of the basketball. Lucas McGregor again dancing his way inside. McGregor off the window and one. Count the bonus for Lucas McGregor.
And once again, shimmying and dancing his way to the rim. Glides through the air as if time had slowed down. Puts the ball off the glass and he's going to the line.
1 point will tie this up at 9 apiece. Worcester yet to get their noses in front on their home floor. But Lucas McGregor is the man to deliver, and the game is tied at 9. 5:18 to play. First quarter of this NBL Division 2 North game. A packed house here tonight at the University Arena.
Practically sold out.
Campbell drives inside, no good.
Oh, and that's a third personal foul.
Well, we'll name like Lane Campbell. He's living up to it.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm here all week.
I think that's what they fear.
Timeout called, Worcester Wolves, and with that, Baltiano has picked up 3. So
yeah, that's big.
Now that's going to be quite interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, that's going to be tough. I mean, if you're looking at the size of the Wolves, it's going to be a pretty tough. Obviously off the bench, you don't have a lot of size for that Wolves team.
Yeah, Grayling not suited up.
No, and it's going to be really tricky to see where their defensive rotations are going to lie within the painted area. That's probably what the Riders were thinking, that the depth in that big man department for the Wolves is going to be something that's, easily targeted. So you dribble at him, you make him foul, and that's it. You get him out of the game, and that's. I mean, it's tied at the moment. They did well while he was on the court, and now it's time for them to take advantage whilst the big man's off the floor.
Dan Hadley finding his stroke from downtown, 3 from 3 from behind the arc, fouled on the third of those. Didn't make the bonus, but not lost on Dean Blake. He was really unhappy with that last shot. Yeah. I mean, no coach wants to see a foul on the 3 ball, but they've got to do a job on him, haven't they?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, if you're the Riders right now, get Hadley the ball. One thing I do want to kind of note is back-to-back offensive possessions. The Wolves were just not anticipating those interceptions, and it was Onia who was getting into those passing lanes so well with that. I mean, look at that wingspan. He's such a physical specimen. And he's going to be crucial on the defensive end for the Riders.
Campbell delivers the first of those. I think it was that triangulation between Campbell and Hadley and Diallo. Diallo's got the muscular presence in the block. Yes. And between the 3 of them, they're really driving this offense at the moment.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, they are working as a unit on offense and defense, and that's something that's, crucial. Normally you get a team that operates as a whole, whereas they've got select individuals who do the work on both ends.
2-point game, drives it inside. But Ferreira can't get it to go. Ball is loose once again. Wolves have it. Oh, it's a great pass down to Ferreira off the window! What a finish!
Lovely finish. Great pass through the eye of the needle.
Tension here in Worcester, 11 apiece, and the whistle has gone.
And it's McGregor Bit of a blocking foul, I think. So
yeah.
We're in team fouls.
2 for Lucas McGregor. Team fouls of 4:18 to go. Riders on 3. Wolves need to find a way to draw a contact at the other end. At the moment, you'd say the momentum is definitely with Riders. Lane Campbell on the line once again.
And it looks like we're going to see a bit of a substitution. The man of the hour in a lot of these games, Jacob Solverson, warming up.
That's 4 from 4 from the stripe for Lane Campbell. So Jacob Solverson checks in for Wolves. Lucas McGregor takes a seat with his 2 fouls. I think maybe Dean Blake might be kicking himself that he didn't take Battiano out a little earlier. But Solverson brings that injection of pace. Spots it up in the corner. Ferreira can't get it to go. Oh, it's a great board.
Oh.
This time it's Wolf Sante. Sante just slices his way through the lane. Rodriguez. Ferreira once again. Rodriguez for 3, no good.
In a position that he knows so well.
Biello. They go to Campbell for a triple. Too much on it this time. Wolves come up with the rebound. Sante, Rodriguez, a furious pace in this game. This time it's Solverson for 3, no good.
Back and forth, trading threes like heavyweight boxers, trading uppercuts.
Great board there from Campbell. Battle of the 2 number 5s. Only's on the floor. Sante has it. It's 2 on 1. Beautiful move. Simple stuff to finish. Ferreira.
Off the glass. Great 2 on 1 there. Making the possession count. Making the fast break point. And it's all level with 3:13 to go.
So Ferreira locks the game up once again. Once Wolves got to that lock-up at 9, it's just been trading buckets.
Absolutely, yeah. They were back and forth, ferocious pace, like you said, Jules. And I like that about basketball, the fact that on a switch, a team can just pick it up. And that's exactly what those two did right there, just punching it out like a good old slogfest. And it's been a fantastic show so far. It's been Campbell and Hadley on the points for the Riders at the moment. All 13 coming from 2 players. The Wolves kind of spreading it out a little bit. 5 from Lucas McGregor, 2 from Matai Boltonu, and Ferreira also with 4 on the points as well, along with Rodriguez with 2.
4 of those 13 coming from the stripe, of course, from the hand of Campbell. You know, Wolves hitting 50% from the field, plays 25. And interestingly enough, Riders not making a 2 so far in this game.
Yeah, it's all
an interesting number, that, right?
It's all come from the line, foul shots, and it's all come from deep. Corner threes from Hadley, and they've decided to sit Hadley out for a bit, maybe rest that arm of his, so he can.
Something to watch in terms of the evolution of this game. So 0 from 7 from 2-point range for Riders so far.
The Wolves have always been good defensively inside, and the Riders just don't have that size to match up.
The war of attrition, you sense it could develop into the further along we go. Vinales has checked in for Riders.
Offensive foul called, and that's going on Karan.
So Riders in the bonus with the next one. So honours even pretty much as far as team fouls are concerned. Will Sante. Sante switches on the afterburners, goes for the Eurostep. He's just dispossessed, stripped away.
Picked the pocket like Robin
Hood. But they've stripped it away again. Was the good ball movement now. Cross court, they go to Solverson for the triple, no good. Vinales is there to collect it, Gleeson. And there's the first 2-point effort to find the bucket in the game for Riders. And it's those 2 points that separate these two teams, 15-13 in favour of the visitors here at the Worcester Arena. What a game we've got on our hands now. Rodriguez, head fake, drives inside, kicks it out to Solverson, who's slightly out of position. Solverson goes to Rodriguez in the corner for the triple, and finally Worcester connect from the corner. Ivan Vivero Rodriguez for the Wolves.
High arcing shot there, it's the back of the rim.
First lead of the game for Worcester. Fernando Ferreira making life difficult. Travel. It's going to be the travel or the shot clock, right?
Yeah, I think it's the travel. I think misplacing that that standing foot there, trying to muscle his way to the rim, and Edward Onia has been sat down on the bench. Some fresh legs.
So Luke Masaitis in for the Riders. Solverson, Rodriguez. Rodriguez drives inside, high off the glass, in and out, just doesn't go. Solverson's there to collect it off the ironwork. 14 reset on the shot clock. Solverson once again. Longman for three, airballs it. Into the hands of Gleason. So Gleason over the timeline. Another triple attempt, goes up, doesn't connect. Rodriguez, just couldn't get himself free there. Again, good infield defence, but Solverson with another triple. Jacob Solverson dropping the bomb, two in succession.
And I'd like to highlight how tough that shot was. He caught the ball right near his feet and had to drag it up to shoot. Normally you want to pull it up from the hip and shoot. That's the easiest way. But Solverson had everything to do on that one.
Well, Hadley leading all scorers in this game, unsurprisingly, with 9 from the corner. Rodriguez leading from the field with 5. Shipping inside.
A little shimmy dance through the defense. Ian Vivero Rodriguez. And a great pass through the defense. So lacking a finish.
12.5 seconds to play in the first quarter. Campbell just let that ball run. Great IQ, Lane Campbell. Stop and go, drives inside, hard to the glass. Rodriguez at the other end, no basket, says the referee.
Yeah.
Well,
bit of time management needed from Mr. Rodriguez there. Maybe should have looked up at the clock. Received the ball with like 0.5 seconds remaining.
Well, end of the first quarter. Worcester Wolves lead this one by 19 points to 15. What's your wrap-up on that one, Reece?
Yeah, so I like to sort of make notes as I go here. In the first quarter, everything I'm seeing, we're seeing a few more positives as the quarter goes on for the Wolves. But the biggest, obviously, foul trouble is huge. They're currently sitting on 6 fouls, and Mattia Boltnew has 3 of those, McGregor on 2, and it's not looking pretty. I mean, Davudi as well is sitting on 1, 2, so it's a big foul trouble, and it's not anticipating those interceptions, which is part in, maybe bad decision making on the passes and maybe forcing those passes through. But also amazing from the Riders. One of the huge positives I picked up from them, which is getting into the passing lanes. Their speed of them getting into those passing lanes has been an absolutely key point in this game on defense for them, especially Mr. Edward Onia, who has been a fantastic presence, not only on the defense, but also on the offense as well, getting those 2 out off the glass. The first 2-pointer made from this Riders side.
But I think the testament to that defensive energy from Wolves is, 1 from 10 from 2-point range. They need to sort that out, Riders, if they're going to win this game tonight. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, I think they're going to need to maybe work on their rotations a bit. They brought in Josh Clark, who some much-needed size. I think they're choosing to sit him as Ben Wu comes back into the game. Basically, they've got a bit more of a defensive rotation. If you look at those 3 on the court right now, on here. Then you've also got Diallo and then Woog as well. 3 big athletic presences on the court right there. And that's something that, you know, the Wolves are going to have to weave and dodge out of the way of in the path to victory.
So Baltiano, of course, on 3 fouls, was looking slightly undersized in the block. Ben Woog's checked in for Riders, the big forward.
They're pushing the Wolves back.
So
tenacious on defense.
Yeah, Woog and Diallo are really going to be the 2 the forward cavalry for Riders. That wasn't even supposed to be a pun. It was just it happened. Yeah, I'll just apologise now for
you
that
are
one.
A natural.
Well, I don't know about that. Natural swimming. So, endline ball, Worcester Wolves, 19-15 as we head into this second quarter of this ball game. As we say, a couple of foul headaches there for Dean Blake. Certainly with Lucas McGregor on 2.
He's going to want to get that across to his team, though.
Yeah, it's just going to complicate his life a little bit. Oh, great work from Lane Campbell. Simple stuff, off the glass, in it goes, wipes its feet.
And it's exactly what I was saying in that break, Jules. They're not anticipating those passing lanes. And, I mean, Lane Campbell, absolutely an athlete to be recognised here, jumping up to get that steal.
And another triple. Off the hand of Longman from Worcester.
Long range from Longman.
Foul is cool. That's going to be on Davudi.
Davudi,
yeah, reaching.
Wanting a bit of a hug.
Holding foul, and just sharing the Christmas spirit, folks. We'd have to say that's a bit early.
I've got my tree up.
Have you indeed?
I have, yeah. Bought it from Asda. That's not a
Have
sponsorship.
you got a Worcester Wolves bauble on it? That's what I want to know.
No, not yet. But you can get some from the shop.
You can.
Either coming to the arena or shopping online.
Well done. Good defence once again from Worcester. Out of the hands. Davudi. Find a way around. He's looking for another option here.
Tenacious defence. I love it.
There goes to Ferreira into Davudi. Goes to reverse it.
Looking for maybe that outlet pass. Ooh.
Once again, Campbell for 3. Hits another one. Goodness me.
Hits the deck. Referee maybe not buying the...
Not buying the 4.
No, maybe not. Not this time. Not this time.
You can have the 3, but not the 4.
What a shot, though. I mean, the difficulty in that, hand in the face. Maybe trying to buy a foul.
Yeah.
But that's just what I was trying to say before. Lane Campbell, what a player. I mean, he's someone that is absolutely dangerous. You can see the way that he carries not only himself, but the ball as well. He is a true player, and I want to watch going forward in the coming years.
Yep, for sure. Salverson ships it inside to Ferreira, who drops it in off the window. 4-point ball game. Ooh. And, well, Campbell. What a contest. Campbell, I think you're right. You know, there's a future star right there, scrapping for every ball.
There is a player right in there, and being a part of an organisation like the Riders, he can only grow. I mean, there's the evolution chain already there to take step up after step up.
Yeah.
And before you know it, you might be playing BBL.
So Oscar Curran in for Riders. Salverson, stop and go. Drives hard inside. Beautiful finish from Jacob Salverson. Rose up, I should say, above those 3 defend. Rised up. Just made a word up.
Wouldn't be the first one. All words were made up at one point.
And another triple attempt this time. No good. Oh, it's a great reach.
In possession of the Riders.
Yeah. Longman is having none of it. But Riders hold on to the basketball. Subs now, McGregor back in for Davudi. Time to go to Hadley. No triple this time, and Whistle has gone again.
favouring the inside there. Hadley trying to get the pass off inside. But it's... There's
a contact.
There is contact indeed by Ferreira.
So, big man Luke on the line. Can convert the shot well from the line tonight, the Riders, but commentator's curse doesn't go. Edward O'Neill steps in along with Diallo. For the board if it comes. Wood can't connect.
I want to work on his foot placement for the free throws up. I can't remember the last time I saw someone shoot free throws with one foot in front of the other. Need that balance when he's shooting the free throw. Pull it up from the hips.
Oh, great work and a beautiful finish from Longman.
May have argued for some contact there.
8-point ball game.
And we thought it might have been a promising start for the Riders, but...
Well, we said it could be a bit of a war of attrition.
Yeah.
Not that inside game is really, they're really struggling with it at the moment. They're making those from the line.
The longer that this game goes, it looks like it's getting a bit more difficult, that rotation. Maybe they're starting to get tired. The Wolves are really good at changing on the fly and working out a game plan. The Riders are a really, really tough team to predict as to what they're going to do. No one predicted the scoring onslaught from Hadley in that first quarter. He's quieting down a bit.
Remains the offensive foul. Ouch. Is the call.
That's a sharp elbow in the mouth. Take that in the mush. And he's check your jaw and all your teeth are still there and carry on. I like it.
Yeah. Like a rugby player.
I mean, with the size and build of Woog, I wouldn't be surprised if he was one.
Humberto Ferreira with 6 points in the game so far.
Yeah, 3 from 5.
Sante, McGregor just dances his way inside, high off the window, no good.
He normally finishes those.
He collects it, goes to Curran. Hadley, just a 3-point machine. Hadley. Oh, great cross-court pass. But again, Wolves are there.
The vision on Hadley. I mean, we were talking about Campbell being a player, but look at the fundamentals and the IQ of Hadley as well. Knowing the position to be in.
Well, stop and pop 2 doesn't go. Jacob Solverson's there to collect the ball. Humberto Ferreira now. McGregor picks it up. Lucas McGregor. Solverson in the corner. Curran all over him like a cheap suit. Solverson, he kicks it out to Ferreira for 3. Good. And another offensive foul is called.
Getting in foul trouble once again. The Wolves are picking those team fouls up pretty early.
6:16 to play in the quarter.
That game clock hasn't stopped.
And, they just recuperated those 2 seconds there. Just held the clock. Curran. Pull up 2, doesn't go. Once again, Riders struggling to connect from 2-point range.
Oh, the speed.
Oh, good work from Sante. It was really good vision. This time it's Ferreira. Humberto Ferreira kicks it out to Sante. Just couldn't collect it. Batted out of bounds, and that is going to be a Riders ball.
The referee must have seen a bit of extra contact from Sante there.
Dean Blake doing his fruit on the sideline.
Nah. Chamberlain is maybe looking on at the moment. He's looking for things that he's going to need to look at with the team talk at halftime. There's a lot of positives from this Riders team so far. If they can get within a bit more of a reaching distance before the half ends.
Well, 6 points it is, and they come up with the ball this time. Up come the cavalry for the Riders once again. High off the glass. Oscar Curran delivers another 2. So 2-shot game here. 4 points separate them with 4:55 to play in the second quarter. Sante. This time McGregor, wow, he shot that one from the car park.
The high arc there. Lucas McGregor with one of the hardest three-point shots to block. He's perfected it. Such a danger. And that's his 8th of the game.
This time doesn't go, Solverson's there. Again, they can't connect, Riders can't connect, end line ball. Great work from Longman.
Longman with the long reach.
Yeah, lung busting defense from him so far in this game.
Going to need to cope with the tenacity of this Riders offense.
Hadley.
Push.
Holding foul, so Longman with that, Wolves on 5.
That's going to be one thing that Coach Dean Blake is going to keep repeating. Stop giving away those cheap fouls.
Dan Hadley on the line now. To earn these the old-fashioned way.
Oh, the old-fashioned way indeed. And I mean, one of these previously unsuccessful. He's learned from his first, sinks the first of 2. Can he go 100% in this trip? Make it 66.666 recurring.
So Dan Campbell from the line. Yeah, 6 from 6 it is. Ferreira, Solverson putting in some minutes in this game. Ferreira with the screen. The lane opens up in front of Jacob Solverson. Puts up the floater, doesn't go.
Can't quite get that teardrop. Something that Solverson is very good at doing. Going to be on the defense.
Stripped away, Lucas McGregor now for Wolves.
Head up always, looking for that pass.
Out to McGregor. McGregor puts up the triple and knocks it down from the corner. Lucas McGregor. And with that, Louis Chamberlain has seen enough.
Ooh, what a 3. And you can see this Wolves team fired up. They're ahead by 8. They're fired up now, and that shot was the one to put them a little bit away. You know, that touching distance is a little bit tricky now for the Riders to get back into it. But it's foul trouble is still, you know, it's still lingering, like a really bad smell. And it's not a great position. You know, any sort of contact in either side of the court, they're going to be going to the line. So they need to make their decisions very wisely. We've not seen Ty Bolton in this game at all. Oh, in this in this quarter. I've not been oiled up.
I'll just pick your teeth for you.
Thank you very much. Maybe I've also been elbowed in the face.
Possibly. Not by me.
Yeah, no, by a passer on. But yes, they've been really good, even though they're down by 8. The Riders can definitely pick out a lot of positives from this display so far. Maybe it's worth trying to spread the scoring a little bit. Hadley on 13 and Campbell on 9. And then the only other contributors, it's Curran and Onia.
Well, Dan Hadley been leading all scorers in the game with that 13. McGregor not too far behind, but
4 for 6 from the field as well from Hadley, and
I come back to that statistic that we talked about, the field goal percentage at 30, 8 from 26. You know, I think if I were Louis Chamberlain, I'd be trying to focus on that inside game. You've got to deal with it. Once again, in the corner this time, Campbell not finding anything. Airballs it.
Can't be good for his confidence.
Live or die by the 3.
Yeah.
As the old adage goes. So, will Sante now for Worcester. Sante shoots it out to McGregor. McGregor just comes off the back of his foot.
And that hustle there.
Yeah.
Puts his body on the line for the team. That's that spirit right there. He has the right idea.
Diallo going for everything, and well, Lucas McGregor just came off his foot, and technically not a kickball if it's off the back of your foot. So.
No, and I mean, I'm guessing he's running a slip and slide right there, and leaving a little trail on the court.
We can't VAR that one for you, sadly. We don't have the technology.
Unfortunately, no. However, I am looking at investing in my own video camera.
So,
and then I'll.
So the floor attendants, the unsung heroes of every basketball game, at all levels.
Of course.
I often wonder how many ankles have been saved.
Whoa. Too many to count, or at least I can't count that high anyway. I start falling asleep after 1 sheet, 2 sheet, 3. Oh dear, I'm going already.
So Wolf Santee on the inbound, 3:07 to play. Wolves on 5 team fouls, Riders on 3. And they break to McGregor from the sideline. Lucas McGregor this time keeps his handle on the basketball. Santee. McGregor at the top 15 on the shot clock. Santee opts to go route 1 to the bucket. Rolls around, in it goes. Worcester now out to a 10-point lead. It's a psychological point when you get to 10.
When head starts to drop.
Riders going to want to get in back into good single digits here. That was a good move, didn't go.
Great work, it's just unlucky to see it not come off.
There are days when nothing drops. McGregor hard inside.
The body's hit the floor.
Yeah, no time to wait for the foul on that one. Gleason ships it inside, but it's picked off once again by Solverson. Solverson, high off the glass. Lucas McGregor just there to make sure nothing went pear-shaped.
Tipped it in.
A long outlet pass. Rodriguez is back in defense. Fast Curran now for the Riders. Curran trying to find his way around Ferrer. He does. He's in the lane. He ships it out. Up goes a triple attempt. And once again, Diallo nails a triple.
Big man Diallo's got tricks from behind the arc.
9-point game. Back into single figures now. Riders. Lucas McGregor. This time he goes out to Solverson for 3. Doesn't drop. Diallo's there. Good save. Curran goes coast to coast, but he's fouled.
No, that's the big foul trouble that we've been looking at.
Oscar Curran is going to the line. A lot of fouls on the board for Wolves. First foul.
It's not a good look.
First foul of the day for Jacob Solverson.
Not one of those players that will pick up many fouls in a game. He does a lot of his work on the offensive. He likes to put the clamps on the defenders.
Yeah.
On the edge of the rim, outside.
Solverson has got a few fouls to give, so as long as you're spreading those fouls around, as Paul James always says, isn't it? You know, they're there to be used.
Yeah, exactly.
Within reason, they're there to be used.
Save them for maybe in tighter, sort of situations, maybe in the fourth. That's when you're looking to get those fouls used up.
So that's the first one from the line. That's not gone tonight for Riders. 1:25 to play now in the quarter. 38 plays 30. 8-point ball game. Worcester are going to want to go in at half time with a double-digit lead if they possibly can. And Rodriguez sinks the triple. And he makes it 11.
He does indeed. Pushing that lead out.
Campbell for Riders. Kick ball. End line. So off the leg of Ferreira, I think. Humberto Ferreira. And Campbell inbounds. Into Onia. Oh, nice pass inside, but can't finish once again.
Yeah.
Wolves ball.
It's difficult on the inside. They're finding it a little tricky. But that's something the Wolves have been always good at, is making sure that the defense is locked in on the inside.
Solverson for 3. This time doesn't go. Great board from Diallo. This time he shakes it out to Lane Campbell. Lane Campbell, he switches on the afterburners. Diallo's got to muscle his way inside. Foul is called.
Yeah, I might have called maybe a palm on the back of the head there as well. That was
Is that going to be?
Wasn't the best decision from Rodriguez.
So, yeah, first foul of the game for Rodriguez. Not much to lose at this stage. 30.8 seconds. It's an 11-point ball game. And with 30 seconds to go, these are pressure shots for Lamarana Diallo because they want to get this into single digits if they can, and he can't make the first of those two.
Nope. He had such a good shot from outside the arc early. You would be hoping that he'd be able to sink both of these free throws.
10's the best he can hope for now from the stripe.
There we go.
10-point ball game.
They're going to hope the Wolves want to get a 2-for-1 so they can at least get within range of a single-point lead.
3-second differential between shot and game clock now. 16 on the shot clock. Solverson.
They're going to want to wait as long as possible.
Just saves that. Came off his leg. Rodriguez slightly out of position with that one. Tough shot.
I've got enough time. Get the shot off.
We've got to get a shot away here. Up goes the Hail Mary. No good. And we are at half-time here, end of the second quarter in Worcester, and it is the Worcester Wolves who lead the Charnwood Riders by 41 points to 31. 10-point ball game.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a tale of two quarters, really. A very, very good start from the Riders. Of course, Mr. Dan Hadley, the highlight reel, the human highlight reel that is Dan Hadley. 9 points, impressive in that first quarter. He's got his total up in this half at the moment, and he's still currently at 13. So he's him and Lucas McGregor tied up on points. McGregor having a couple threes, 100% from behind the arc at this time, and I think that it was really switched. That three-point game was such a key element for the Charnwood Riders team in that first quarter, and then it switched instantly. The Wolves flicked the switch, put on the afterburners, and the 3 points were falling. It's raining in Worcester, and yeah, the 10-point lead, it's definitely showing. Can the Wolves pull away, or can the Riders start catching up?
Well, I think if it's a question of do we have the talent on the bench if we're the Riders, I don't think there's any question about that right now.
Absolutely.
But it's that inside game, and it is letting them down, and the amount of I was marking them up here, but it just the amount of points that have gone begging. They should be probably 15 ahead.
Yeah, they really sort of dropped the ball in terms of 2-point percentage. 22%. They've gone to the 2-point shot 18 times, and they've gone to the 3 12 times. So they're definitely sort of splitting the percentages there. But they've actually made more 3-point attempts than they have 2-point attempts in this game.
I mean, Riders missed eight in the paint in the first quarter, and they missed 3 in the second quarter. They've only made 4 all game.
Yeah, they've only made 4, and it's something that they really need to nail on. They need to work on that in practice before trialing it out in game. Louis Chamberlain has got to get something constructed, some plays, because we're seeing a lot of maybe on the fly playing from this Riders team, and that's what you sort of see the sort of clash from the Wolves. They've got all of their plays in the playbook ready to dish out on a dime.
Yeah. And also Dan Hadley, he had those nine points, but they managed to keep him under control in that second quarter.
They kept him a bit quiet. He had to get his points from the line and inside. So they've cut him down on the 3-point and the 3-point scenario at the moment. They just have to sort of keep that defensive energy up, making sure that they're stopping those 3-point attempts. Yeah. It's not just Hadley that's becoming a problem. It's Campbell as well. And as we say, he's such a quality player. You've also got Onia as well, who's been absolutely phenomenal, and also Woog as well, who's been a force in the paint on the defensive end. So what Worcester are doing right now is working. They just have to keep their foot on the gas. And
Baltiado going out with 2 minutes left of that first quarter, if I'm not mistaken, and sitting on 3 fouls now. So he's been out for the whole of that second quarter. They missed him. They definitely missed him in this Worcester in the second quarter. How much do you think Dean Blake's going to keep him for the fourth, just to roll the cavalry out if they're managing to contain Riders?
I actually think that the Riders must have game planned for him, and that's why they haven't been able to cope with the offensive game plan without him on the court. So maybe them focusing all of their attention on him getting fouls has actually maybe ruined their game plan of focusing and honing in on the inside, because now we've got maybe 4 or 5 shooters on the floor who can spread the ball and be deadly from any angle.
Well, In 10 minutes, we're going to find out. But let's give a shout out to the sponsors. Half-time's always a good time to do that. And thanks to all the partners and sponsors of the Worcester Wolves, University of Worcester, Universal Display, Aston's coaches, Spirit Executives, Something Party, Spirit Care, Spirit Events, the list grows ever longer, Synergy Sports, DC Base Limited, and Hickory's Smokehouse, if you like a bit of fine old southern barbecue.
Oh, it's so lovely.
That's the place to go. Yeah, it's pretty awesome, I have to say. And obviously the half-time shootout, which happens every game. We give our special thanks to Spirit Events, who have sponsored the half-time shootout again this season. And of course the league partners, Wilson Dynamic, Sports Serve and Sure Shot. And make sure you keep up to date with all the latest news and developments in Worcester Wolves with all the teams by following them across social media network on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, etc, etc, etc. And of course on YouTube, I think you have to click the notification icon and the bell and a few other
notification
things.
bell, because
what
how else are you going to know when we're live doing these games?
I haven't got a clue how it works.
Well, it's a good job that you've got me beside you. Click that
Exactly.
subscribe button and turn on those notification bells. You won't miss an interview, you won't miss a game, and you won't miss any of our digital content on YouTube.
I am just a gob on a stick, basically. So
I'm a social media mogul.
If your kids want to get into the game of basketball, the boys and girls are welcome to take part in the Saturday sessions, which take place at the University of Worcester St John's Campus Sports Centre, which is on Hemwick Road, from 9 until 10. Saturday morning sessions for 5 to 7-year-olds and 8 to 11-year-olds, and after that is a session from 10:15 to 11:15 for 11 to 16-year-olds. £5 per session when booked in advance, or £7 if you pay on the day. Book your child's place now on the Worcester Wolves website, and super way to get into the game of basketball. And judging by the number of youngsters that flood the court every game for the half-time shootout, I think there's plenty of future stars in the making here in Worcester. But we also got the Friday fundamentals sessions, which are designed to help players improve on the fundamental skills they've developed. Those sessions take place at the University Arena, so in where we are tonight, from 6 p.m. till 7. The sessions for 8 to 11 years, and then 7 till 8 in the evening for 12 to 16-year-olds. £5 per session if booked in advance, or £7 if you turn up on the day, which you can of course do. And again, to book your child's place, you can do that on the website, www.allthewsworcesterwolves.org, and you'll find all the details there. The sessions don't run each week, so please make sure that you check that booking portal for the confirmed dates. You wouldn't want to turn up and find the place locked up and have to deal with a disappointed daughter or indeed son. And we're also very happy to announce that finally the Christmas basketball camp is almost upon us. The camp for boys and girls aged 11 to 16 years of age. That takes place at the University of Worcester Arena here from December the 20th to the 22nd, from 10 o'clock until 3 p.m. Registration from 9:15 to 9:45 a.m. each morning. There will also be a wheelchair basketball camp on the 20th. The cost of the camp is £30 per day, or you can book on for 3 days for £75.
Wow.
So to book more info, of course, once again, go to the Worcester Wolves website where all the information is. And don't forget the online store, all the Worcester Wolves merchandise. And it's Christmas, folks, so the baubles are here.
Oh,
get those baubles out.
I'm going to get one on my way out.
Something for everyone. Christmas time, so lots of great gift ideas, hoodies and kits and all kinds of great stuff out there, basketballs of course, and of all levels of price and every budget catered for. So just go to worcesterwolves.org. Everything's available to buy also at the Arena store, which is open every day, so you can pop in and check the range out there. And the new Kappa hoodies, which have just arrived, which a stock of new era hats as well, in time for Christmas.
Oh,
so much
new
to
era
announce today.
hats.
Gosh, we've got sheets. Is there more of this here to announce?
There's more. I mean, I can take over from here if you want.
In fact, I have the price on Christmas baubles at £2.50 each.
What?
And it says here, perfect to hang from the tree, and they make a great stocking filler.
Oh, I mean, they're going in my fiance's stocking filler, that's for sure. Whether she'll be happy with that, I mean, she better do.
Well, I think if I were you, I'd buy 2 and get them made into earrings.
That is a fantastic idea. Not just a commentator, ladies and gentlemen. Jules is an icon with ideas.
I'll be featuring on the next series of The Apprentice, going out in the first round, no doubt. And also, my personal favourite is the Basketball is for Life, not just for Christmas, festive T-shirts. Available for kids and adults. Make sure you grab yours from the Arena shop or the Wolves online store. The next WNBL game, Division 1, Worcester Wolves women at the Arena is on the 10th of December, and they are playing the Bristol Flyers. Tip-off for that one is at 7 p.m, so that's next Friday, if I'm not mistaken. Tickets from the Worcester Wolves website, or you can pop into the Arena box office to pick those up as well. I wanted to mention also, it's not on here, but in February, or is it the end of January, Reece is now going to check that on the Worcester Wolves website, but the Wheelchair Basketball Premier League is back. It was exceptional last season. It provided us with some of the best sporting entertainment that we've seen in the Arena in a very, very long time. Wolves really grinding out their season to finally bag a couple of wins towards the end of the year, and some real top-tier wheelchair basketball talent on display during that short season. It was a new program last year, and I'm not sure if it's expanded this year, but the first game is going to be against Loughborough Lightning, who won that league last year. January the 29th, actually, so just before the beginning of Feb. And the tip-off will be at 5 p.m, so make sure for the WPL Women's Premier League that you get your tickets for that one. It's, I say, proved hugely successful, really popular last season, and you won't be disappointed. Really exciting game coming up, that opening fixture, and we'll have plenty to talk about with that one, I think.
Absolutely. I mean,
that one approaches.
It brings an interesting dynamic to basketball, and someone who wasn't too aware of wheelchair basketball before watching the WBPL, it was absolutely amazing to find out more and get to know the players, be around the sport. I feel really grateful for the opportunity that the Wolves have granted for me to be a part of history with this league.
Well, plenty of history made here at the Arena, of course, over the years, and you never know, there might be another bit in 2023, because the Worcester Valencia basketball camp is back. The team come over from Valencia Basket. We play in the top tier in Spain. A whole team of coaches and players come over, sort of mini tournament, all kinds of stuff. So I would suggest just keep an eye on the social media channels for that one. If you want to be one of the first to find out about next year's camp, and it really is a fantastic opportunity for young players, if you just email Valencia Camp, which is Valencia with a C, I'm sure I don't need to tell you that, at worc.ac.uk. I'll just read that again for you. It's Valencia Camp at worc.ac.uk. And just register your interest there, and they will get in touch with you just before that camp kicks off. We normally would take a break at this point, but with only 2 minutes and 43 seconds to go, we had so much to cram in during the half time. Let's talk about the second half. Let's start with Wolves. Yes. What's going on in that locker room? Dean Blake probably relatively happy, but probably a few things there he's not so happy with, I would suggest.
Slow down those fouls. Just keep composed. You just maybe slow the game down to your tempo. If just keep it at your pace. The home court advantage is here to take advantage of. The amazing fans here at the University of Worcester Arena are here to back this team, and the momentum lies with them. The game is in their hands right now, and only they can let it slip. So it's up to them. Keep calm, keep composed, slow the game down, slow the defense down, and really take advantage of the rotation that they have going into this one. They have the momentum, everything's with them.
And you mentioned, of course, not getting into those passing lanes quick enough.
Yes.
Sloppy turnovers. I think they coughed up 5 turnovers in the first half. 7 turnovers in the first half. That's something they've got to take care of, right?
Absolutely. You've always got to take care.
You can't score if you don't have the ball, right?
Exactly, yeah. If you're constantly losing the ball, it just opens up those fast break chances. And if you try to look at those sort of second chance points, the Riders have only made those count a few times, but the fast break points is where it lies at this moment in time too. And if you look at sort of points from turnovers, the Riders have 7. So without those steals, they wouldn't have as close of a lead at this point. They'd be a bit more behind, 17 in front without those. So we'll have to see what Coach Dean Blake can do in terms of those going forward.
So the Riders' locker room.
Exactly, it's going to be a bit tougher for that team talk. Maybe keep your heads up. You're still in this game. Keep the pace up on defense. It's a really, really close game for them at the moment. So, maybe just keep, like I said, keep composed, keep your head, hold it high. Maybe get back to those open shots. Don't try to force shots. Try to get back to the paint as well. Campbell and Hadley, you can't just rely on those shoulders. You have to spread the ball, spread the scoring. Maybe get a few more points on here as well. Wu, Diallo, they all need to chip in, and Curran as well. They all need to chip in with the points. A few more points anyways. Gleason has to get a bit more involved, and same with Clark and Ross, who have had a little bit of an extended time without a score. So they need to sort of spread that across, which is sort of the Wolves. They have Solverson, McGregor, and Rodriguez at the moment, who are currently sharing the scoring.
Well, we said Campbell, Hadley, and Diallo in that, particularly in that first quarter. It was kind of a triangulation offense, wasn't it? The three of those guys moving the ball around with a couple of supporting players. Yeah. It's not enough.
No, not at the moment. It's really tough when you only have 3 scoring outlets, and they're finding it difficult because the Wolves know the choke points. And it's exactly what we're talking about, getting in those passing lanes. Wolves' sloppy passing this game could cost them.
Dan Hadley, once again, was the man to pick it off. And again, Diallo was there. So, carbon copy of the first one. Here comes Wolf Sante for Worcester. Sante, looking for the space, just lost the handle on the ball. Out of bounds it goes, and pretty unhappy with himself.
Yeah.
10-point ball game. Worcester, it's a slender lead, really, in the grand scheme of things. Long way to go in this game.
Yeah, the game doesn't end at 20 minutes in.
Indeed, it doesn't.
We got another 20 to go, and there's a lot to process from that first half.
Ryan Campbell. Diallo kicks it out to Campbell. Oh my goodness me! Lane Campbell was changing the wheel nuts on the bus.
What a shot! He was right in the back row. He threw that from the cheap seats.
What an opener for the Riders. Wolf Sante in reply, rattles another one in for Worcester.
From the corner. That's the last place you want to leave a player open, is from the corner.
Anything you can do.
He can do, but not maybe as good. That 3 points from Campbell was pretty special.
That was pretty awesome for sure.
He's going to have a lot of confidence going into this next offensive possession.
And once again, go to Dan Hadley. Hadley ships it down inside, out of bounds, and Diallo just couldn't get his hands on it. Lamarana Diallo, well, he was there, but he wasn't there really.
I mean, Campbell was waiting on the arc, on this wing here, the right wing of the arc. He was waiting for that 3 ball. The defense had been sucked in. He was wide open, and when he's got the hot hand, maybe a bit of miscommunication from Hadley. He tried to make the hard pass. Sometimes in basketball, it's the IQ that helps out, and making those easy decisions is sometimes the best one.
Lucas McGregor now for Wolves. Ships it down to the corner to Rodriguez. Rodriguez, he kicks it out this time. Longman drives inside. Oh, good work from Ferreira to collect it. He goes to Sante. Too much on it. Can McGregor hold on to it? He can, but he steps out of bounds.
Tries to launch it there. I mean, it's the same exact thing on this end of the court too.
Yeah.
McGregor standing right at the top of the 3-point line, and just trying to force the shot inside. Maybe just needs to look up a little bit more and look for those open passes to find those easier shots.
Triple off the side of the backboard doesn't go, but they come up with the ball. Hadley puts another one up, doesn't go. Great board and great defense from Worcester. Keep themselves out of trouble this time. Here comes Sante again. Sante putting a shift in tonight for Wolves.
Yeah, the Energizer Bunny, he's so quick and brings so much energy to this Wolves team. Sometimes the defense just can't cope.
Berto Ferreira with a spin move.
Ooh.
Somehow comes up with the ball. They go to McGregor. McGregor with the step back three. Too short this time. Sante's there. 14 reset on the shot clock. This time it's Rodriguez with a rearrange. No good.
Great footwork from McGregor, but that offensive possession not working. And
Diallo loses the handle on the basketball, runs it out of bounds. He should be doing better than that. Looking really frustrated with himself.
They're forcing passes, forcing shots, and sometimes the easy shots aren't even dropping for them. So it's going to be a really tough quarter for them if they keep shooting the basketball like this.
Sante. Will Sante drives inside. Wow. What a beautiful finish from Wilfred Sante.
Lovely little teardrop there, floating by, and just getting as much hang time as possible. Sante, a magician when it comes to getting to the rim.
Oh, it's a great pass. Good ball movement from Riders now. Diallo this time, he kicks it out. Up goes the triple. In goes the triple. Oscar Curran joins the party for Riders.
And this is what I was saying at the half. They need to spread the ball, spread the scoring, take some of the weight from Campbell and Hadley.
Rodriguez foul is called. Rodriguez second foul of the game. Didn't really see the foul, but I'm sure there was one.
More than likely.
The referee said there was one, then there was one, right?
The referees have a better vantage point than us.
Yeah, well, we're a bit unprotected. We're almost on the court tonight, actually. But anyway.
Almost, yeah. We might as well be sitting right in that on that Worcester Wolves logo. I'm assuming that would be very hard to play around, though.
So Ben Woog, the pick and roll, drops in, can't get the ball away this time. Well, was that a travel? Well, it resulted from Onia in 2 points, and all of a sudden, it's a 3-point ball game. It's not a 3-point ball game, it's a 7-point ball game.
Oh, I think we need to have some maths lessons, Jules.
I think 3 shots is what I meant to say.
that would be factually correct.
That factually would be correct, absolutely. Oh, well, that went in, never mind. Too late.
Yeah, the old flamingo shot.
Yes.
Out of bounds, though, so the shot didn't count.
So, 7 points of difference. That is definitely 7 points. Campbell kicks it out this time. Oh. Campbell's there again. It's good board. Longman just avoiding the foul, really.
Campbell slowing it down.
Campbell steps back, goes to O'Neill. O'Neill almost losing the handle on the basketball. O'Neill opts to go for the triple off the front of the ironwork. So Ben Woog picks up his 4th foul of the game.
Oh, 4 fouls.
The big man is going back to the bench. That is going to bring Diallo back in.
And Diallo, I mean, you're replacing size for size there.
Yeah, Coach Chamberlain, he was really unhappy with that.
Yeah, I think so.
It's written all over his face.
Yeah, the nervous bite of the pen too.
Yeah, now he's chewing the bick, as we say, and trying to figure out what to do.
It's a trip to W.H. Smith's in the morning.
And no foul is called. Pushing foul, offensive foul.
I believe we, from my vantage point, there's a certain big man warming up on the exercise bikes.
Yeah, I think it's a bit inevitable, I'd say, at this point.
Take advantage of that size while Woog is out the game. Altiano, get him on the court.
Longman with 3 fouls, so Davuti's going to check in as Longman checks out of the game. Davuti carrying 2 as he comes in midway through this 3rd quarter.
And we got a lot of shooters here, you know, Solverson, Sante, McGregor. Ferreira can shoot the ball too, and Davudi especially.
And there it is.
Stripping the ball.
Sante has it. McGregor's going to switch on the afterburners, gets us into the front court. Lucas McGregor wants to go to the corner to Sante. Salverson waiting for the ball. Here it comes. 10 on the shot clock. Jacob Salverson dances around the perimeter. Goes to McGregor. Sante! Too much on that pass, and
a little bit too high there.
Yeah, just couldn't hold on to it. Callum Vinales.
Too much on that.
Inbounds.
Back to the basket. Taking advantage of that size difference, and it's tough to play against the left-handed player. I mean, if you're not scouting that beforehand, not knowing that Diallo is a left-hander coming into this, it's going to be hard once, because that in-scoop shot on the inside is going to be tough to defend.
Good pass from Ferreira out to Salverson. Salverson, too much pudding on that one. Comes off the ironwork once again. Lucas McGregor. Salverson, stop and pop floater from Salverson, no good. Ferreira's there with a rebound. Good save from Lane Campbell. Let's see, Ryder's ball from the end line.
Wolves trying to hang on to the ball like a bauble does from the Christmas tree, and you can get your baubles from the Worcester Wolves store for £2.50. Great Christmas present.
Campbell drives inside, no good. Here come Wolves now.
Lucas McGregor knew his pass straight away.
Salverson, McGregor, Jacob Salverson.
Great turn there.
Yeah. Lucas McGregor just directing the traffic. Wolf Sante to McGregor. They want to make the space. Salverson crosses over. McGregor puts up the triple. No good. Onia's there to collect it off the ironwork.
The conductor, Lucas McGregor, directing traffic. Can't quite get that three-point to go. Tricky shot to get off over the defender.
Hadley can't hold on to it. Davudi, great pass. Salverson, high off the glass, doesn't go.
Great defensive effort there. Getting back. Onia.
Campbell sells the foul. Campbell is a real pro. He knew exactly what he needed to do, and he did it.
Is that the first time out of the quarter? Both teams have been going at it non-stop for the past 8 minutes or so. We've not had a timeout yet. I mean, it's very, very impressive. A very close game now, down to 5 for the Riders.
Davudi, Baltianu, and Longman all on 3 fouls.
Not looking good. Wolves in foul trouble again, almost. I mean, there's 2 minutes left, but they need to avoid those fouls like the plague. But one thing I did sort of take note of in this one is you let Campbell play, and he's gonna score. He's gonna create. Maybe he's not going to score. Maybe he's going to create for someone else, and that's what I like about Lane Campbell. He's showing a lot of smart decisions in this game, and I can't really fault him at the moment. He's been doing really well on both sides of the court. He's been an excellent player for this Riders team, and like we keep saying, he's going to be one to potentially progress through this Riders family tree. But one thing, sort of like Lucas McGregor likes to do for the Wolves, is isolate.
Yeah. Isolate
the defender, use your handles, because we've seen what Campbell can do when he's got the ball in an isolation play. And time again, he's been matched up and got the better of Longman. So when he's got that matchup, maybe we need to see him isolate a bit more. Maybe they'll get back into this game, because when he's got the ball, magic things happen.
Well, field goal percentage up now for Riders. So they're back in the game. They're back at the races. 5-point ball game. And Lane Campbell now with an opportunity to carve a little bit more. Five from 5 for Lane Campbell from the stripe.
Player that works on the key aspects of his game. Free throws are the most important part.
Having said which,
misses one. The commentator's curse is real, folks.
It's a real thing. Davoudi collects the foul.
Collects the foul. Maybe the easier pass going to Solverson on the wing in the
Vinales. Like a Premiership footballer.
Also, it wasn't me. But also kind of built like a rugby player. He brings a lot of strength. If you look at the sort of width of his arms, he looks like he could bulldoze.
He'd hold his own in the front row, that's for sure.
He really would.
Yeah. Davoudi misses both of those out of bounds, and it's going to be a Wolves ball. Yeah. Ferreira just tips it out of bounds.
Trying to target one of our dear photographers. It is a close game, though.
It's a close game, all right. 2-shot game. 4 points separate them now.
And
Lane Campbell.
A big man's back in. Ooh, good pass.
This time the floater goes for Diallo.
You know, people that haven't sort of caught on at the moment, that defensive matchup, McGregor and Campbell, two players that are very similar.
2-point ball game.
Ooh.
And 3 attempt doesn't go from Jacob Solverson. Vinales keeps it inbounds. Lane Campbell! Crucial moments in this game. 4 points the difference. Jump ball and
jump ball favour of the Riders.
So Lane Campbell, Diallo, and Dan Hadley check out of the game. Gleeson, Clark, and Curran are back in as Rodriguez checks back in with Baltiano for Wolves. It's time to go down. 2.
Nice. Much needed momentum shifter there.
Ferreira. Worcester just needing to steady the ship. With that points difference, up comes the triple once again. No good, doesn't go.
And Clark, that's not really his shot.
Travel.
And Clark at the top of the D there, the 3-point line. It's not been his shot all game, and he is favouring that rather than going inside and utilising his height on the inside.
So it's a 4-point ball game. It's been an offence and a bit smart from Rodriguez.
Kick ball off.
Bit of discussion, but
off the foot, Gleeson.
Yeah. So Rodriguez. It's to McGregor. It's McGregor. Sante tries to spot up the corner into Baltiano, and then he loses the handle on the ball. Rodriguez sinks a triple from the corner. Worcester needed that score at this stage of the game.
The paradigm shift.
The other half an offense now. Here comes a triple from the other end. No good. Oh, it's a great board. Worcester just got to avoid the fouls here. And there it is. Baltiano just putting an arm out, but not going really for anything. He doesn't want to take another foul into the fourth quarter of this ball game. And we are at the end of the third, and it is Worcester Wolves leading 51 points to 44.
Yeah, it's a tricky one for the Riders to come back through. They have improved. The Riders have been really good in this quarter. They've kept up blow for blow, and you look at the Wolves. They've kind of let it slip a little bit. They had a 10-point lead at half time. They're coming into this one, into the last quarter, with a slightly lesser advantage, a 7-point lead. So you look at the sort of stats of it as well. Not really much in terms of points. Handley has been on 13 for the entirety of this one, but it's Campbell that's been doing the work. And like I said,
we kept him quiet.
Hadley has definitely been kept quiet in this one at the moment, in this second half. I mean, pretty much since the first quarter, he's kept a little quiet. We thought it would have been a dynamite game for him after those first 3-point attempts. But you look at what Campbell's been doing. Like I said, give him the ball. He is going to he's going to produce. He's going to produce magic for this team. And if he can get the ball, start creating some shots, maybe he ends up with 20 tonight and gets the Riders the win. But it's a very close game. It's definitely closer than their last game against the Hurricanes. So and the Wolves are obviously in a much better position than they were this time again in the last game against the Rockets. So
well, it was a 10-point run that delivered that scoreline and just chipped away. And so Riders figuring out, you know, the way through and improving that inside game. We said in the first half that was such a problem for them, but their percentage back up to something
29% in the game. They've hit 7 now from 2 points, 7 from 3-point land, but a lot of their points coming from the line. 9 for 15, 60%. But the thing is, their rebounding game is much superior to the Worcester Wolves, and that old adage of rebounds win games, and by the end of this one we could be saying the exact same thing if the Wolves don't start to improve on their defensive rebounds and stop this very physical Riders team from getting those offensive boards.
41 boards so far in the game for Riders.
Impressive.
Against the 31 for Wolves.
Very impressive stat line.
So Rodriguez gets us back underway. 9:58 remains in this game. Fourth quarter. It has provided some drama. This game, is this going to be the final act? Rodriguez for three. Baltiano is there to collect it off the window. Baltiano drops it in. Workmanlike.
They need to, like we said, they needed to work on those offensive boards, and that's exactly what they're doing right now.
And suddenly they're back out to 9 points.
Pushing that lead out, and they've just got to keep working on that.
And here, go to Diallo now. Diallo in the corner, up comes a triple.
And the three-point attempt once again from Clark. It's
Josh Clark frustrated.
You
can imagine. Sante just drives lane one to the basket. Too much on it. Baltiano can't collect it. Here come the Riders again on here. Beautiful finish from him.
Once again he's utilising his size, something that maybe Josh Clark would benefit from on the inside on the fast break.
We've seen some good transition basketball tonight from Riders for sure.
Especially from their the point from turnovers.
14,
absolutely fantastic work on the defensive end.
Baltiano there looking to sell the foul. Really wasted a couple of points. And now he's got to keep himself out of trouble. He's carrying three. And here, too short with that one. There's Baltiano.
The Riders certainly knowing how to turn defense into offense. Defense wins your games, folks. And so does the hard work and hustle on the board. So maybe we're going to see the Riders start picking up in just a few moments.
Good ball movement from Worcester to find Ferreira inside.
And leaving the defenders open like that. Easy passes through.
11-point ball game.
Back up to double digits.
Diallo just can't finish off the window. 3 minutes tick away in this fourth quarter. Nice little bounce inside. A cheeky pass to Ferreira, who's just sitting under the basket.
Magnifique is what they might say. What a pass. The no-look bounce pass through the defenders, and it's almost like a helicopter dodging two buildings there, right in the middle of them, and smoothly sailing through. And it was a beautiful assist, and it's the biggest lead of the game so far.
Well, the 11-point lead for Wolves, and Riders have got to talk something over. What's happening in that huddle over there?
I think they've just, they've got to keep frustrating the Wolves. That's what they were doing in that first quarter, keeping that energy up. I understand that they might be a little bit tired right now, and you can't just rely on Lane Campbell to bring the energy, because that's exactly what he's been doing the entirety of the game. I mean, Campbell, let's kind of look at his numbers at the moment. He's not even played the most minutes, but he's been arguably the most impactful player on the court. So with the highest index on this on this roster as well, the biggest plus minus of any player on this Riders roster.
Yeah.
You know, you look at where he stands at the moment, averaging 21 points in this season so far. I mean, he's the man to go to, and it's clear to see why. And like we keep saying, a man who's going to progress up that family tree of the Riders.
Well, 32, nearly 33 minutes a game on the season for Lane Campbell. He's played 19 minutes here tonight. That triple from Diallo doesn't go. It goes into the hands of Wilf Sante. Sante also put a big shift in tonight for Wolves. 28 minutes played in the game so far for Wilf Sante, so not far off his average for the season of 30.14 minutes. Rodriguez drives the baseline, puts up the little floater. Wolves have it just off the hand of Ania.
It's time to give Sante a little bit of a break. First injection of Mr. Jacob Dearman.
Into Baltiano, just can't finish on here, just plucks it off the ironwork.
Great rebound there.
Curran.
Good ball. There we go. A dynamic duo, Hadley and
Hadley, it's like Hadley Campbell show. Folks.
Hadley Campbell show indeed, and maybe they can work their magic to shorten this 11-point lead. This matchup right here is everything.
Yeah, let's see.
McGregor and Campbell.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's a pretty delicious matchup, that one, isn't it? You know, when he sets the screen, Campbell immediately goes for the 3-bomb. Just doesn't go. Rodriguez has it. 11-point ball game. 6:46. No fouls so far in this quarter from either team.
The Worcester would have definitely been looking to improve.
Rodriguez open for 3, can't get it to go.
Ooh.
Goes out of bounds. Wolves ball.
Lucky that was out of bounds, because Arnie basically put it on a plate for Rodriguez there.
To the hands of Rodriguez. Dearman, top. Goes to McGregor. McGregor drives hard inside. Offensive foul for Shoriel. Lucas McGregor.
3 now for Lucas.
Yep, 3 fouls.
Slight smirk on the face, but
6:27 to go.
It's important to note, this is the starting 5 that started this game so strongly for the Riders.
Campbell drops his head out of bounds, but it's a Riders' ball. Diallo looking tired, I'd say.
Yeah, I think so. He's had a really good game. He's played the most minutes of any Rider on the court at the moment. Just over 26.
Dearman just got his hand to it. Featuring an average of 10 per game so far this season.
Brings great energy off the bench, Jacob Dearman. Pitbull on defense.
Oh my goodness me!
Just...
Lane Campbell. D. Blake is saying the shot clock was had expired, but there you go. Lane Campbell showing you what he can do.
That was special.
That's weaponry, isn't it? Right
absolutely.
There.
That's a long-range sniper, if I've ever seen one. That's a travel.
Yeah. So Dearman travels with it. 5:41. Lane Campbell, the speed and the precision of his movement, it's just a joy to watch.
Yeah.
And he almost gets it stripped away. Triple team, he just gets it out. Dan Hadley travels with it and looking for the foul, but it didn't come. 5:24 to play.
It's getting tense, getting tasty here. Two teams fighting for the lead, or trying to keep on top for the Wolves in this scenario.
8-point game so far. Dearman puts it up. And it's Lane Campbell there just to collect the rebound. Came out of nowhere. Hadley with the triple once again.
Wow. What a scoring run from the Riders.
Yeah, what a time to rediscover his three-point prowess. 4 from 7 for Dan Hadley. Extraordinary. And as you said, it's that starting 5, and all of a sudden, it's a 5-point ball game.
Yeah, we're back to sort of the first quarter Riders.
Yeah.
And that's why I wanted to note down that this is the starting 5 that started this game out so strongly. They're going to end the game strongly in this last 5 minutes. And I think Coach Chamberlain has found his winning combination. Fast to close out Solverson there.
Doing a great job of chasing them off the perimeter. Offensive foul is called. So that's 3 for Rodriguez.
It is indeed. There's 5 players sitting on 3 fouls right now. Definitely sharing the workload on those fouls. But
Louis Chamberlain happy with the 2 coaches right now.
I think so. Yeah, he's seen a lot of positives from this team.
Campbell, Diallo, they're hunting out only their 2nd win of the season here, Riders at the moment. Doing a great job.
Oh.
Well, yet another go, Hadley, but wasn't to be. What a finish we've got in prospects here. Wolf Sante, last 4 minutes of the game now. Wolf Sante just got to do those fundamentals well. He loses the handle on the ball, and it is going to be a Riders ball from the end line. 3:55 to play. 5-point ball game.
5-point ball game.
4 Wolves players carrying 3 fouls. McGregor on the bench. You sense he might come back in.
Inject some of that energy.
Yeah.
That's a travel. That's a momentum killer right there.
Dean Blake, yeah, he's coming in now, in fact.
Yeah. And giving Solverson a bit of a rest. Solverson has had quite a long injection into this game, about 20 minutes.
Jacob Solverson, he plays like a terrier.
He does, like a pit bull terrier.
Sante this time puts up the triple and he nails it. It's all string for Wilf Sante. Gets it back out to 8 points with 3:27 to play in the 4th quarter of the ball game.
And that's the first dagger of many.
Lane Campbell just dances his way through. And it's stripped away. And here comes Lucas McGregor. Sante. Inside to Baltiano, just kisses it off the glass.
10-point lead.
Lays it in to get it back to 10. The pendulum once again swings the other way, but here come the Riders once again with Campbell. Can't finish.
Ooh.
And it looks like Ben Woog is down. Yeah, he's right on ankle.
That's it's not looking good. We need to potentially get some help out. Maybe look at that left ankle.
Yeah.
To me, it's
he's got braces as well. So
maybe. I'm not sure whether he would have been forced out onto the court today. Maybe with a bit of an injury, a bit of a knock, but
yeah, he went over heavy.
He looks really disappointing that he might not be able to finish this game too.
So he's their big man, and he's carrying 4. So there he goes.
They're going to need someone to step in.
Yeah, he's rolled it for sure. He's got ankle braces as well, so they don't always do the job.
No, not always, and we've made the emergency switch. So
any of us who've played are no strangers to ankle injuries.
Oh my goodness, they're the worst.
Yes.
I mean, the leaping up and sort of jump shots are the worst for your knees and your sort of lower half of your legs, your ankles. It puts so much pressure And
Rodriguez now for Wolves. Rodriguez, the lane's opened up in front of him, but he can't finish. But he draws the foul. So physio's there, get a bit of ice on that ankle.
An ice pack and
ice pack and gritted teeth is the only way. So Rodriguez on the line for Worcester.
Just to stretch it out.
Picture perfect with the first one of those two. 11 points. The difference. Rodriguez sets for the second. Nails both of them.
Successful in his first and second trips to the line tonight.
12-point game with 2:15 to play. The hill's getting a little steeper now for Riders.
Biggest lead of the game for the Wolves.
Bonilla with the rebound. He just dropped it there. It came off McGregor. Timeout called.
Timeout.
Charnwood Riders.
Yeah. So you got to keep your heads up. You know they've played so well, and they can't forget that. They might be down 12 with 2:04 to go, but there is so many positives to think about in this game. I mean, like you said, look at Lane Campbell. It's not 16 points here, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, fantastic stat line, and like I said, the index, the highest plus minus on the team, and the highest index for the Riders too. So you look at a player like that, he's going to be creating some magic all season long. Yep. So if I were you folks, I'd be keeping an eye on this Charnwood Riders team as well to see what magic that Campbell can produce. Not only that, but also for Hadley as well, who's above his current average. He's averaging about 14 points a game. He's currently on 16, and such an impressive stat line from behind the arc. 50%, 4 from 8 from the field.
Yeah, I think when you look at their standing in the league, and their win-loss record, it doesn't really belie the team that they are, actually. It doesn't really tell the story, I don't think.
Not at all. And, I was thinking maybe coming to this game.
Because you look at that, don't you, in a game like this, from the outside as a neutral, you say this is going to be a blowout, right?
Exactly.
And it never is. It just never works out that way, does it?
And the thing that I find so impressive is, the atmosphere here. We've got a crowd that's been one of the better sort of turnouts that we've had in such a uncertain time of the pandemic, and coming to an arena like this with the pressure and the crowd and performing this well, they'll have to be very proud of themselves.
So Oscar Curran now has come in for Woog, who's gone off with that ankle injury. Inside the last 2 minutes of the game, 1:47 to play now in the ball game. Lucas McGregor was probably just looking to add a few more if they can.
Double team.
Yeah. Good work. They go to.
Oh.
Here he is again, Campbell. Oh goodness me, Lane Campbell. You think your party's over? It ain't over till it's over.
No
Lane
way.
Campbell's in the house.
Wow.
Tiana, great ball movement and a beautiful finish from Rodriguez off the window. Just to keep it in front on Ian out.
Lovely pass and move there.
Little shovel pass up to Ian. He hits the triple. Wow.
Yeah. The big man's got skill from behind the arc.
Now 8 points it is, and
starting to look a bit interesting. This final 64 seconds.
Suddenly it's getting tight. 1:04 to play. 8 points.
We're getting into that sort of area where this Charnwood team are going to potentially
foul game. Yeah, into the foul game.
Yeah, exactly. They're going to want to sort of spread out these fouls.
Both teams with a couple of fouls to give. So
yeah.
Charnwood just want to hold on to every second they can, every nanosecond on that clock. But Wolves go to Baltiano. He's fouled.
Go to the line now.
So he's going to go to the line.
Smart play. Don't let him score, just foul him. The old hacker shack rule. Yeah. Apart from you've got Baltiano at the line, who's he's very disciplined and knows how to shoot from the line.
Baltiano The arcing shot
Yeah.
goes nowhere.
Unlike him. I mean, like I said, he's not really played too much, but it's been a little bit of an off night for him.
Well, he hit the second, so 9 points the difference. And foul, Longman.
I mean, it's a little bit of a silly foul to give, if I'm being completely honest. You want to make sure that they're spending as much time as possible getting that pressure on, but
Lane Campbell, great
wow.
defensive work from Rodriguez, goodness me. He just says, not tonight, sir, I'm afraid.
not
in my house.
Synchronized, like the professionals we are.
Well, maybe you, not me. Puts up another triple, this time it doesn't go. Longman is there, Wolves got to hold on to the rock. So, foul coming, perhaps. Sante to McGregor. There's the foul. McGregor. So, Riders, no more to give.
That's it. Every time that there's a foul now, the Wolves are going to the line in the last 28.4.
So, McGregor on the line for Wolves.
Nice.
Bit of back iron, but just
yeah, the ball kind of hit the back iron and sort of bounced like a beanbag almost.
Faded out.
Yeah, it's as if it was thrown up like a bowling ball, lost its bounce.
So Lucas McGregor makes both of those, and timeout called. So Riders want to have a chat. 28.4 seconds to go.
Yeah.
11-point game.
It is a very like I said, they should be very, very happy with their performance. You know, obviously not as many points as their game against the Hurricanes, but you're coming against the Wolves team who do have a really good defensive record this year, and the actual sort of what they can bring to this division is something that they are, you know, that they're renowned for. That this arena is a tough arena to play at, and it's a reason why they're going to go up to 6-2 for the season, and they're going to be a force to be reckoned with when it comes to the final stretch of the league. They're going to overtake the Hurricanes, maybe slip up to third, just behind the St Helens Saints.
Yep.
And I mean, those City of Birmingham Rockets sitting at 9-0. But yeah, the Wolves have a really, really good defensive record. Maybe, I believe, even the best in the league currently, just behind the Hurricanes.
Well,
and,
this will push Worcester up to third in NBL Division 2. If they take this win here tonight in 11 points to 28.4 seconds, it's pretty much done and dusted now.
Yeah, just behind the Saints.
So Riders just want to add something for their points difference.
It's been one of their better defensive outings for the Riders.
Hadley.
Wow.
What a strong move from Hadley to find the bucket.
Weaving and bopping through the defence. Great.
Galciano to go to the corner and go back to McGregor. 7 seconds. Galciano, McGregor. Oh, they have a crack at the three ball. This time it doesn't go. Galciano collects it off the ironwork. And there is the final buzzer here. And Worcester take another win in NBL Division 2. Taking down the Riders at home by 69 points to 60. A valiant effort from the Riders. So often ahead in this game for a long period in the first quarter, but just wasn't to be in the end.
No, despite the efforts of Hadley and Campbell and the defensive efforts of Onya and Diallo, and especially Woog, who unfortunately was unable to finish the game, and we best wishes go out to him. Hopefully that ankle injury is not so bad, but despite their best efforts on offense and defense, it was a much better display from their outing at Bristol. So we can only hope it's onwards and upwards from here. Their record goes to 1-7, but the Wolves the big things coming out of this one, McGregor had a fantastic game, along with Ian Rivera Rodriguez, both on 15 points for the game. Wilfred Sante on 10. The Wolves were deadly. And Ferreira as well, the 6th man with 12 off the bench.
Well, that's it here in Worcester. Don't forget to tune back in next week. 7 o'clock tip-off for the WNBL Division 1 game.
Absolutely.
Here in Worcester. So that will be live for you here on Worcester Wolves TV. So make sure that you tune in for that one. But it's finished here, 69-60. Wolves taking down the Charnwood Riders in NBL Men's Division 2. From myself, Juliana Meyer, and my very good friend Reese Williams, it's goodbye from us, and we'll see you soon.
Tatty bye.
Cheers.